On this episode of the O2 Garage, finally, we fixed the Volkswagen. That's another motor in, running, back on the road, and carving through roundabouts like we should be. Hello and welcome to a brand new season of the O2 Garage. I think we're into season number 4, so make sure you hit like and subscribe and keep updated with all of the adventures that we have here at the O2 Garage. And as you can see behind me, we've still got a couple of project cars sitting in the driveway ready to go. The Daihatsu's getting closer, and we've got a couple of updates coming up on that one. The little Mirage is still sitting over there, the Black Mamba, not doing too much. Tom's washing his mum's car. Hi, Tom. He's not doing a very good job. Let me bring you up to speed with what's going on up here. All right, so as you would have seen at the end of the last episode, this is where we currently stand. So as it turned out, the Baja here had that motor in the back of it. And that motor in that car was going pretty good. Everything was heading in the right direction until this thing here decided it only wanted to run on 2 cylinders. And then when it decided it wanted to run on 2 cylinders, it sounded like a chaff cutter. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we now have the arrival of this engine right here. And this one here is actually the 3rd engine for this vehicle. So we've had 2 that have expired. That one is gone, and this one here is what it's all about. This is a 1300 single port engine, so it should bolt straight into the back of the gearbox, and we should be able to get it up and running pretty quickly. Right now, what I have to do though is I have to do what I normally do, which is strip this right down, get all the parts, reconcile everything, choose the very best of everything, put it all together, chuck it back in the car, and maybe paint a few things on the way. Not a bad way to start the season. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Welcome guys to a brand new season of the O2 Garage, where we mess around with cars, we fix stuff up, we flip them out, try and make a bit of a profit. And in case you don't remember, we're doing it also with our kids can get their high school cars, so all the money goes towards that. Now, in the last season, we were out on that horsepower cruise, the bug was going good, Tom and I were having fun, and then on the way home, there were some issues. And the issues developed with this motor over here, which dropped onto 2 cylinders and ends up losing compression on the front 2 cylinders, and it wasn't worth doing it. We got hold of this one here, which is a good running unit. It's the same motor. We're going to clean this one up. We're going to put the best of this engine onto this engine, so it's got the very best of everything. We're going to chuck it in the back of the Baja and get it back on the road. And the reason being is because as you're watching this, the Baja is actually currently for sale on Gumtree. So it's time to sell that one and move it on and move on to the next projects. So what we have to do now is finish stripping this one down, push it outside, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes, steam clean it down and get on with the build. Okay, so it's been a bit of an afternoon thrash, getting all the tins on. I've got the clutch on, I've got the rocker covers back on as well. It's all ready to go, new spark plugs are in. I'm just getting the intake manifold sorted out. But right now what I think we can do is actually put it on the jack, put it back in the car and put the rest of the stuff on as we work. Because after I've got this done, I have a very special announcement. Well guys, as you can see, it's all going really well. I've spent a little bit more of the afternoon really putting my nose to the grindstone and getting the best of both engines together in as one. And now it's just a matter of doing all the little fiddly bits and pieces, and with any luck I'm hoping we should be able to get this thing fired up pretty well straight away, because right at the very end of this episode you'll understand why it was so important to get this thing back in. But I can't tell you right now, so you're going to have to wait. Pretty buggered, mate. The motor's in, and from what I know, everything's done. Oil's in, plugs in, leads are done. Haven't done any timing. Right now, I was told that this motor runs, so technically it should just fire off. I'm not going to touch anything. Exhaust is on, everything's done. Let's fire it up.
That sounds good.
Let's just fire it up. All right, you come over here,
yeah,
and let's just do it. Okay.
All right.
Actually, Tom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just turning it over and get some oil pressure up, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just take the core lead off until such time the core lead doesn't want to come off. Okay. Right, core lead's off. Let's just build some oil pressure and start it. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got oil pressure. It's definitely got oil pressure, all right?
Yeah.
That's good news. So, that would have brought a little bit of fuel up, hopefully, as well.
Stick the coil back in.
Stick the coil back in.
See if it works.
And make sure that one sits on there like that. Let's just hit the go button and see what happens. All right, here we go. Fire in the hole. Okay. Now I have a feeling that it's not running because the petrol was on a slant, so it's probably all drained down to the tank again. So I need to suck a bit of fuel up and then hopefully we go from there. But what I think we'll do straight away is we'll just test to make sure that that's distributor's firing. All right, so I'll just check to see if there's some spark here, and there's definitely spark at the distributor. So that's a box ticked. What I think we'll just do now is we'll just pull a lead off and just see if we can see a spark coming out of this. All right?
Yep. I'll let you know.
You remember how that works, don't you?
Yeah. I'll tell you if there's one.
You ready?
Yep. Nah.
No spark.
Nope.
All right. Come in nice and close on that. All right? Ready?
Nah.
Okay. What I'll quickly do is I'll swap the distributor cap and the rotor button, and hopefully that sorts it out. Okay, so process of elimination, cap and rotor are now changed. These are the older ones. Let's just see if we've got spark in this thing or not. So Tom, just come here and have a look and see with this one. Alright, it's a bit darker. Hopefully you should be able to see something coming off of this. If it wants to play ball, which doesn't want to play ball. That'll do. Alright, go down there on that one. You ready?
Yep. Nope.
No spark. No spark, no spark, no spark. Let's see if we can see this thing actually sparking as it turns over. Stop. Okay, so after some playing around, I think I may have sorted it out. Tom, hit it. Let's see if we got spark. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. We got spark. That means we should be able to start it. Oh mate, I've got fuel up. I've got spark up. I'm pretty sure it's going to fire up. So here we go. Let's just see what happens. All right.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'll go again. No.
No good.
All right. I need to have a look inside the carby. Okay, so it's been a bit of an interesting ride with this motor, and I had a bit of a sleep on things just to work things out in my mind as to what was going on. And I got up this morning and redid all the timing, changed the distributor over, reset the lashes on everything, because what was actually going on, it was actually running on 3 cylinders. So chucked a fresh set of spark plugs in it again, checked all the leads, reset all the mixtures and everything, and it worked. Not only did it work, have a listen to this. How good's that? So from a dead engine to a fixed engine, now it's back in. Let's get the rear cage on, put the wheels on, and let's take it for a ride. Tick the box, and then I think the Baja will be done. Well, fingers crossed, the engine in the Bug is going to be fine. Looks like everything else is buttoned up and there's only one thing left to do. That's to take it out, take it for a run, and fingers crossed, everything here has been done right. Famous last words. seems to be the way with old cars that, you know, as you start to tune them, it's all well and good if you've got a dyno to tune on, but sometimes the road dyno is the best dyno you can get. You can make the adjustments on the fly. Now the cool thing about this car is the engine is hanging out the back, so it's very easy to just hop out, make the adjustments, keep on rocking. Alright, so we're about halfway through the test drive and everything seems to be going alright. Brakes are working really well since we've readjusted them. Car seems to be going in the right direction, which is good. About to go into an 80k zone and give it a bit of a boot down this hill down over here and just see what it decides it wants to do. So let's go for a bit of a ride and have a listen. Everything's going good so far. Got a back pop like that. We'll lean on it a bit hard down here. There's 80. I think that the Baja, is finally finished. Hope you've enjoyed this series with the Baja. It's now going to be sold and moved on, and our next project cars on their way. We've got a couple that we already have to fix up. But hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe right at the end of the video. We love hearing your comments as well, so please share your comments with us. Any feedback we can get, we greatly appreciate it. Good, bad or ugly, feel free to give us a serve if you think what we're doing is crap, or give us a thumbs up and a sign of positive comments if you think we're doing the right thing. That's it. That's it. That is it. The Baja's finished. Thank God. I'm going to go have an ice cream. Now, a bit earlier in this video, you heard me say that I had a special surprise right at the very end, and I couldn't finish this episode without letting you guys know what that is. We have actually got an opportunity to get the Baja featured for Thomas in Volkswagen Magazine Australia. VWMA are going to shoot this down the beach and we're going to get it in the magazine. So this is massive news for the O2 Garage and huge news for Thomas as well, because he's the first O'Halloran to have a car featured in a magazine. So the little Baja is going to be with him forever. So awesome news. Look forward to seeing that in an episode coming up. Oh, and don't forget, hit like and subscribe.